Tonight, we watch Altered. Welcome back to the Halloween Horror Marathon. We just watched Altered.
Yep.
Yep.
It was that movie.
Yep.
Acting I thought was pretty good, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I none of these are actors I've ever seen or heard of before.
Nope.
But yeah, they all did pretty well. I mean, convincing at their roles. It was a good job. Even there's one or two lines that were a little meh, but I mean the delivery and everything
cheesy.
was great. So yeah.
Yep.
Definitely good acting.
Yeah, acting's good. Like the acting. Story. Effects. That too. Whatever.
Actually, the effects were decent.
Yeah.
Especially for a B movie. I mean, it was practical effects on the alien, obviously, no CG.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked pretty good.
Yeah, even for a dude in a suit, it was
So yeah, as far as rubber mask monsters go, that was a decent one.
Yeah, the face was very animated. It wasn't just like a drama when it had a whole bunch of like flaps and cool eyes.
Yeah. So yeah, real effort went into that. And it looked decent too. It wasn't like
cool
the old school ones where it's cheap and you can tell it's all
nice
hokey.
muscle texture.
Yeah, definitely good.
Yeah, and even at the end with the spaceship, the frog spaceship.
Yeah, space frog.
Yeah, a little weird.
Very.
But interesting. It looked good.
Yeah. And I couldn't tell you what, but I've watched like maybe 3 sci-fi movies before this month. And that actually reminded me of one of them. That ship is very similar to one I've seen in something else.
Yeah.
Don't ask me what, I couldn't tell you. Maybe it's Last Starfighter. I don't know. It was something.
Do they have that in Last Starfighter?
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Wow. It's one of my video game movies.
Hmm.
Story though. I dug it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, it's a good story for
like
a B
I've said
movie.
Before, I'm not big into sci-fi, and I mean, I've seen a lot of alien movies. I don't know if I always call them all sci-fi, like Species. I don't really think of it as sci-fi, but no, yeah, it was decent. It was a good flick. It wasn't over the top hokey.
No, yeah, that's what I like about it.
The only thing, which I mean, I guess I'm okay with, because it doesn't really leave you wanting more or anything, but they do leave it open for a sequel.
Yep.
And I kind of hope they get it, only because they didn't ever explain why dude was so special. Like, why the alien stuff didn't affect him.
That's true.
And why he was able to hear them, and why they experimented on him the longest. Like, they never really explained to it. They say that that is the fact, but they don't say why.
Even a prequel would be cool.
Yeah, to actually show the whole initial event.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so, I mean, the story was good. And like I said,
it wasn't hokey, it wasn't cheesy.
They don't delve into that.
There wasn't much nitpicking that was you were able to do in this movie. It was pretty straightforward.
I mean, there's always little things, but every movie has those.
Yeah,
I could pick on my favorite movie.
But this one was pretty good.
Yeah, no.
I enjoyed
this
it
had
very
less
much.
plot holes than most of the big budget movies we watched.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I dig it. It was good, especially for a B movie.
Yeah. Was it scary?
No. It had 1 or 2 creepy scenes. Actually, it was weird. I was thinking as I was watching it. There's one scene, and it's not even like a big moment, but they're in the van, and he turns off the lights and everything, and they're talking, and they realize the aliens are coming, and the chick says or does something, I don't know what, but all of a sudden the camera goes to the outside camera looking at the van, and she's facing toward the driver, like looking, supposed to be at him, but it actually looks like she's staring past him directly at the camera, and just the way her face is at that moment is actually kind of creepy and unsettling. Like it is. Like she's making this weird face that just looks like she's like horrified or something. And I don't know, it's actually just like a creepy image.
I didn't notice that. I was busy looking around at the to see if there was going to be like a spaceship or aliens in the background or something creeping out of the fog.
So I mean, that was one scene. It was semi-creepy. And they didn't make you wait long enough for the alien. They teased at it, but then pretty early on, you actually see it.
Yeah.
I think if they would have held out...
I think
I'm
it was.
a big believer
I mean, it was
less
cool.
is more. So if they would have held out longer...
they did hold it out. I liked that they did the whole mask thing, the welder's mask on and covered it in a tarp, and you only got like hints and glimpses of it. The reveal, I liked the reveal. My one thing was...
So it was too early.
When she was sitting in the bed... And she saw it, and they cut to the closet, and there's this big black hole in the closet, and you're like, oh, is it in there? Instead of it just running out and not being able to see it, I wish it would have just, like, leaned forward into the light and just went, like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's too expected, though. And that's what they always do. So
I don't know. Sometimes,
I like
sometimes
the
the slower
the
can be
classic
creepier to
tropes.
me.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. No. Either way, it's a great movie. It's one of my favorites. I love it.
I just think they should have held out longer, though. I hate to keep coming back to it because this is the second time I've mentioned it. I really hate the movie, but Signs, really, that was one thing they did well. Because like I said, I'm a very firm believer less is more.
Yeah.
Leave it to the imagination. Hold out for the longest. I like movies where they don't overplay scenes.
Mm-hmm. Well, like we
if
said
someone
earlier,
just
in the
dies
notes with
quickly
Chucky,
and quietly. If you wait till the end of the movie to expose something, like the longer you just let something kind of go and don't really put it right out there, the better it is.
Mm-hmm. Like,
So
they did that. They kind of did that with Cody. His transformation. You're hoping to see things, and like it was only hints and like little bits, and like in the very end when Cody comes out and he's all effed up. It was like, ooh, that was a pretty good. We're waiting till the end, and like there was even scenes where, like the chunks that were taken out of him, like were like really super indented.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was CG or what they did, but it was like, oh, like that really stuck out to me. Like the parts on the sides were like really creepy and gory, and then when they did the close up of him right before he died,
oh yeah,
the pussy eye, ugh, I was like, ugh, yeah, not very scary, but very creepy.
Yeah,
a little suspenseful, just a fun time. So
and they didn't rely on jump scares either, which is kind of cool. Like they had a couple,
one
but
or
not
two,
a lot.
but yeah.
Although that one was very, very predictable. When he looked under the van, or the truck or whatever, and you got the one with the mask.
The mask.
And I was about to say out loud, and fake jump scare in 3, 2, and right as I'm doing it, it pans back, there's the other dude, and you're like, ugh! It's like,
yeah.
It's the most predictable thing sometimes, but...
Yeah.
But they didn't rely on those. Like, that was really one of the only times they did the jump scare thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So, I mean, it was
that
good.
and the alien running out of the closet, that was kind of a little bit of a jump scare.
Yeah.
Because I guess I was waiting for that slow lean, and then all of a sudden we should...
Yeah. But yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, overall rating, I'd say like 8.
Yeah.
It was an entertaining watch, good story. I wasn't really bored, I wasn't disinterested. The characters are somewhat relatable. Even Cody, the one that I didn't think I was going to like at all, because I'm like, well, he's kind of a douche. But, no, it was good.
Mm-hmm.
I'd recommend it, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm right there. I'd almost lean more towards, I lean more towards a 9.
9's pushing it.
8.5, 9. I just love this movie.
When
I remember
the
the first
10
time.
range, you're talking about really, really good movies, though.
No, because I'm thinking back to the first time I saw this movie when I was all alone in the dark in my room watching something like this. And for me, aliens are my horror. Like for some people, it might be Freddy or Jason or Chucky or whatever. No, for me, aliens are my horror. So I was like right up my alley, and I was like, yeah, this is it for me. Like this is right up there. Yeah, so I'm pushing 8, maybe not. Maybe 9.
I'll definitely go
love
with
this
8.
movie. Love this movie.
Well, there you go.
And
I
it was
think
made-
that's
it
the
was-
best one we've done yet.
And it was made where I worked. Universal Studios in Florida. Can't beat that either.
But yeah, here you go. That's what we got. That's probably the best rated one yet. So
Definitely check out Altered.
I was gonna say, if you're not following along and just watching the videos, this is one you should actually probably go check out.
Yeah, I think this and Curse of Chucky were our two highest rated ones.
Our
so
two
far.
best ones. And really, I mean, you could find probably both of them, actually. I'm sure you could find them, especially now, on Netflix or Hulu or all that shit.
Altered is on Netflix. Curse of Chucky might be on Netflix. I can't remember if I saw it on there or not.
It came out
Or
last
was it on
Halloween.
Prime?
So, it's on one of them. I know it's on one of those hundreds of streaming things that are out there now. So, go drop the buck at Redbox or go to the Netflix or whatever. Yeah, definitely check it out. It's good.
Yep.
Good night.
See ya.